Greetings, warrior. Yes, I'm speaking to you. How do you launch your day? Do you wake up, grab your phone, and spiral into endless scrolling before your mind is fully awake? If that sounds familiar, listen closely, because you're surrendering your power before the day even begins. Most men wake up and instantly reach for their phones. Their minds are hijacked by notifications, social media, news, and the relentless noise of the outside world. From the first minute, they lose control of their emotions, spirit, and focus. Contrast this with the 1% who start their morning with unbreakable resolve. No scrolling, no rushing, no reacting, just silence, presence, and inner clarity. They don't wake to chaos. They rise with command. They own their mornings. And in doing so, they own their day. Marcus Aurelius said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Yet why do so few live this way? Because most have forgotten that the morning is their kingdom. It's your sacred arena to dominate or surrender. Those who yield to noise, emotions, or chaos chase the day instead of leading it. But those who master their mornings master their emotions, their choices, and ultimately their lives. This video is your call to join the 1%, not because you're better than others, but because you refuse to live below your potential. The ancient Stoics didn't just survive their days, they prepared for them. They didn't wait for motivation, they created action. They didn't ask, "What will today give me?" but "What will I give today?" In this video, I'll share 7 Stoic morning secrets that few practice, but transform those who do into masters of their lives. These aren't typical morning routine hacks. No fluff, no gimmicks. These are mental, emotional, and spiritual principles rooted in Stoicism, designed to turn your mornings into a sacred time of intentional action and unstoppable living. Stay sharp, because each point unlocks a new way to awaken. And by the end, you'll see why mornings aren't just a time of day. Mornings are the foundation of your freedom. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I master my morning. I master my life. Like this video, comment, share it with someone who needs it. If you're new here, subscribe and turn on notifications. Let's begin. First, rise with discipline, not motivation. Most wait for inspiration to act in the morning. They think, if I feel like it, I'll get up early. Or if I'm in the mood, I'll work out, meditate, or plan. But Stoics don't wait. They act despite their feelings. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "When dawn arrives and it's hard to leave bed, tell yourself, I must go to work as a man." This simple phrase holds profound truth. Life's purpose isn't to sleep through it, but to live it fully. The first secret of the 1%: they rise with discipline, not mood. They don't argue with themselves or negotiate with the alarm. They simply get up, no drama, no excuses. And here's why this matters. Your first decision each morning is a vote for the man you'll become. When you hit snooze, you vote for a weaker version of yourself. When you rise on time, you choose strength. You're not just waking up, you're forging your identity. That's the Stoic way. Live as the man you aspire to be, not feeling disciplined, but acting disciplined, especially when you don't want to. This builds an inner gravity. Over time, Your mind grows stronger than your emotions. Your body obeys your will. Your energy aligns with your purpose. Even on days of fatigue, anxiety, or low drive, you rise because you've made a vow to yourself. This fosters self-trust, and with trust, your power multiplies. So, how do you start? Set a fixed wake-up time and guard it like your life depends on it. Never hit snooze, not even once. The moment you wake, stand up immediately. This signals to your body we're moving now. Speak something bold to yourself aloud. For example, let's go. Today is mine. If you can defeat that weak inner voice at 5 a.m., you can conquer anything. You'll step into the world with your first victory already secured. And most people haven't even opened their eyes. Your morning doesn't need to be grand. It just needs to be consistent. Remember, you don't rise because you feel like it, but because it's who you are. Drop this affirmation in the comments. Discipline is my alarm clock. Second, win the first hour in silence. When you wake, who's in control, you or your phone? Notifications, someone else's drama. Too many men roll over. Unlock their screens and let the world invade. Before their feet hit the floor, their minds are hijacked, scrolling, comparing, reacting, and just like that, they've lost the day. But the elite do the opposite. They start their day in silence. No music, no texts, no distractions, just stillness. Epictetus said, "If you wish to improve, be content to appear clueless or foolish about external things." In other words, don't worry if silence feels odd. Don't fear missing out, because that quiet is your strength. Your mind is soft in the morning, receptive. Whatever you take in first shapes your entire day. If you start with noise, you carry K's forward. But if you grant yourself just 10 minutes of peace, your brain gets to breathe, reset, and focus. So, what do the strongest men do? They sit up in bed. They close their eyes, feel their breath, listen to their thoughts without chasing them. They ask simple but powerful questions. What energy do I want to bring today? What would my best self do this morning? This is the Stoic concept of prohairesis, your inner freedom to choose how you respond. No matter what the world throws at you, try this tomorrow morning. Before touching your phone, sit in silence. Do nothing. Just be with yourself. You'll be amazed at what unfolds over time. You'll react less emotionally, create more clearly, and stand firmer. When life gets chaotic later, you'll glide through it like a gentle storm, because your morning wasn't stolen. You owned it. Silence isn't empty. It's the space for answers, control, and strength. The truth is, clarity never comes from noise. It always comes from within. Drop a comment if you're ready to protect your peace. Silence gives me control. Third, face the day before it begins. Let's be real. Life rarely goes as planned. You might have a schedule, a to-do list, and a sharp mindset. But then, bam, something derails you. Someone says something foolish. Plan collapse. Traffic jams. Or an email ruins your mood before 9 a.m. Here's the truth. Most men let those moments destroy them. But Stoics anticipate disruptions, not out of pessimism, but preparation. There's an ancient practice called premeditatio malorum, premeditating on potential evils. It sounds grim, But there's no need to rewrite this segment. Seneca said, "He who has foreseen coming troubles takes away their power in the present." When you anticipate obstacles, they don't knock you down when they arrive. You respond like a man who's already faced them. The strongest men don't just live through the day they've rehearsed it. They visualize what could go wrong, not in frantic worry, but with calm clarity. Maybe someone interrupts me. Maybe I lose patience in traffic. Maybe I'm misunderstood. Maybe I feel tired or doubt myself. Then they ask, how will I respond when this happens? This builds emotional strength before the battle begins. Here's a simple practice to try. After your morning silence, ask yourself, what could challenge me today? Which emotions might flare up that I need to master? How would my best self handle that situation? Jot it down or think it through. Either way, it's powerful because when life acts up, you won't freeze or fall apart. You've already trained for it. You don't react on instinct. You respond with wisdom. This is the heart of Stoicism, not controlling life, but controlling yourself within it. This mindset grants a calm that feels almost unfair to others. You enter meetings with unshakable focus. You handle delays without rage. You hear criticism without crumbling. You stay composed. That's your power, not perfection or fake positivity, but preparation because you faced the day before it started. Drop this affirmation if you're ready to stop being caught off guard. I am prepared. Don't panic. Fourth, anchor yourself with a Stoic morning reminder. Every great leader, warrior, and philosopher had something they returned to each morning, a core truth, a guiding principle, a reminder of who they are. Ordinary men wake up and forget who they want to be. Stoics wake up and remember. Marcus Aurelius wrote daily in his meditations, not to impress others, but to keep himself grounded. His words were personal reminders to live with strength and calm. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This is your morning anchor, the truth. You repeat daily before the world tries to distract you. Sanshi, Ling Ling 20 Ling 大于零零30 000. This isn't mere motivation, it's a bedrock. It pulls you back to your core. Some powerful examples. I can't control what happens, only how I respond. Today is a gift. I won't let it pass in vain. My focus today is how I show up. I don't live to please others. I live true to myself. You don't need 100 affirmations. You need just one truth to live by. Say it aloud. Write it down. Let it be your compass. Because when you wake up anxious, scattered, or lost, it's because your mind lacks direction. It's wandering. But when you start with clarity, that clarity fuels momentum. You face every task with purpose. You meet challenges with consistency. You stay calm under pressure because your mind isn't guessing, it's anchored. Try this each morning. After waking, sit still and repeat your chosen Stoic truth 5 to 10 times. Speak with conviction. Let it resonate within you. Don't just say it, become it. Over time, this becomes your mental armor. On days when life shakes you, that reminder pulls you back to strength. If you don't remind yourself who you are each day, the world will make you lose your way. Don't let that happen. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I anchor my mind in truth. Fifth, master your mind before the world invades. Your mind is most vulnerable in the first hour after waking. So, ask yourself, Who gets to your mind first, for most? It's strangers online, uncontrollable news, pointless chatter, or opinions that make them feel small. But Stoic philosopher Seneca taught that a man is as miserable as he convinces himself to be. Instead of letting the world take charge, the elite master their minds first. This is where Stoic reflection or journaling becomes a powerful morning tool for the 1%. It's simple. After your silence and mental anchoring, take 5 to 10 minutes to write your thoughts. Not for anyone else, but for you. Ask, what am I feeling right now? What do I need to let go of? What am I grateful for? Which virtue will I practice today? Patience, courage, discipline. You don't need to write a novel, just a few lines of truth. This creates a private space of self-awareness where thoughts meet honesty. It reminds you, I control how I think. I don't need to carry yesterday's burdens into today. I don't have to match the world's chaotic energy. I can create my own. After just a few days of this, you'll notice a shift. Your mind sharpens. You spot your emotional triggers. You react less impulsively. You catch anxiety creeping in and choose better thoughts faster. This is how Stoics build mental strength, not by ignoring emotions, but by understanding, dissecting, and replacing them with clearer reasoning. This is why the wisest 1% don't just wake up early, they use mornings to do the real work of mastering their inner world. Because if you don't steer your mind, the world will use it against you. Remember, you weren't born to be a slave to emotions, triggers, or impulses. You were born to lead your mind like a king ruling a kingdom with clarity, patience, and discipline. Use the first moments of your day to claim your crown. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I master my mind before the world interferes. 6th, move your body to ignite your mind. Stoics knew the body and mind are allies, not separate. If your body is idle, your mind weakens with it. If your body is alert and strong, your mind rises to match. That's why the mentally sharp never start their day without movement. Not for perfect abs or to show off, but because moving is the first act of self-respect. Marcus Aurelius asked, "Is this what you were born for, to huddle under blankets?" That's not judgment, it's a call to action, a reminder that your body was made to move, to face the day, to act with strength, not laziness. You don't need a 2-hour workout to be exceptional. You need motion. You need to signal your brain. We weren't born for comfort. We were born to lead. Why does morning movement matter? It shifts your state instantly. Blood flows. Your heart pumps. Energy surges. Your self-image sharpens. Mental for lifts. The weak voice urging you to stay in bed fades. Stoics saw physical movement as a way to train the will. Epictetus taught that disciplining the body forges discipline in the soul. A few steps, push-ups, stretches, or even a cold shower. These aren't just for fitness, but to prove you can do hard things, even when you don't feel like it. That's leadership. That's self-mastery. Most men don't train their will. They train for comfort and weakness. Then they wonder why their lives feel fragile. Here's your challenge. Every morning, move your body for just 10 minutes. Stretch, do push-ups, jump rope, walk in silence, or splash cold water on your face. It doesn't need to be intense, just intentional, because your body isn't a side note in this journey. It's the vehicle for your discipline. When you move each morning, You step into the world feeling unbreakable. Having already won a battle before breakfast, drop this affirmation in the comments. I act with discipline. I own today. 7th. Rehearse the man you want to become. The final secret of the 1% isn't what they do, but who they become. Each morning, before facing the world, they visualize their best self. This isn't pretending, it's living with purpose. Stoics called it living according to nature, aligning fully with your values, reason, and highest self. Seneca said, "We don't lack time to live, we waste it." Wasting time isn't just endless scrolling or videos, it's living without purpose, reacting on impulse instead of reflecting, being pulled along instead of leading. So, what do the 1% do each morning? They ask, how would my best self act today if someone replayed my day? Would I be proud of how I moved, spoke, and controlled my emotions? What strength do I need to build today? How will I face its challenges? This is mental rehearsal. You're not predicting every step. You're training your identity. Try it. Picture yourself walking into work or school with calm energy. See yourself staying composed in conflict. Choose patience over anger. Speak with clarity and confidence. This sets a template for your brain, like a dress rehearsal for the real performance. When life tests you, you're ready with the script. Here's why it matters. Most men get swept up in the energy around them. Stoics create that energy. They walk into chaos with calm. They meet aggression with strength. They face fear with action. They don't fake it. They've practiced it every morning. Over time, your identity is carved like stone. You become the man who shows up unshaken, speaks truth, and acts with purpose. You don't just have good mornings, you build a great life. Most men dismiss mornings as unimportant, but the wise know mornings are everything. How you rise shapes your mindset, mood, drive, and meaning. If you don't control your morning, someone else will claim it. If you don't lead your thoughts early, chaos will take their place. If you don't discipline yourself before sunrise, life will discipline you, and it won't be gentle. Stoic philosophers weren't just thinkers, they were mental warriors. They didn't waste time or squander mornings. They lived with deliberate repetition, reminding themselves daily of what matters, who they aim to be, and how to hold their ground. No matter what life brings, they stand firm. Let's recap the 7 morning secrets of the 1%. 1. Rise with discipline, not motivation. 2. Win the first hour in silence. 3. Face the day before it begins. 4. Anchor yourself with a stoic reminder. 5. Master your mind before the world steps in. 6. Move your body to ignite your mind. 7. Rehearse the man you want to become. These aren't mere tips, they're tools for transformation. Don't try to do them all at once. Start small, but start today. One small morning change can shift the trajectory of your life. You don't need to be perfect. Just awake. Truly awake to your values, actions, and purpose. Let today be the last day you wake up like it's ordinary, and the first day you rise as part of the 1%. Like this video. Comment with the stoic truth that resonates most. Share it with someone who needs it. And don't forget to subscribe. Drop this final affirmation in the comments. I wake as one of the 1%. I lead my life with stoic strength. More stoic wisdom is coming your way. Music,